Coffee and Conversations here at Element Cigar Lounge. I'm your host, George Outlaw, and as always, we have some dope sponsors. We have LT Mechanical, Vive Coffee, and Ed Frank Cigars. Again, this is Cigars, Coffee, and Conversations, right? And today it's a Q&A coming to you live. So whatever questions you guys may have out there on social media, please put them out there. And going to need the brothers here. Whatever questions, whatever's on your mind, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna chop it up. We started off camera with the brother. We were talking about better than, and I said that the Green Mile was a better movie. I'll do it again. Okay, Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile are two dope movies from back in the day. In my humble opinion, I think that Shawshank was better than Green Mile, right? And gentleman here was talking about better. Why do we pick better? One being better than the other. And you all out there in social media and here, would you agree, or do you think that we live in a world today, Ray Rad, where it's not a black or white thing, but everything is based off of better than? And is that good or bad that you base things off of better than? We have a gentleman here who tends to think that you shouldn't say better than. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
I'm
right for saying.
Okay, so this is Cigars, Coffee, and Conversation, and we are going off the cuff. So can we give this brother a mic, or you come get the mic, and you explain why when we say better than that's wrong. Tell us your name if you want to.
Yeah,
and we're gonna eat your ass alive.
Hey, you know let's do this. My name is Raymond Radford Jr. and they call me Ray Red in your area. That part right there. All right, we were sitting here, we were up in here talking about better than.
Yeah, come on up here, bro. Come on up here, man.
Yeah. Hey, how y'all doing out there? Y'all know Ray Rad, man. But straight, we up here talking about better than. And I have my perspective on everything. And anybody that see Ray Rad out there, y'all know what it is. My man said, we were just sitting there having a casual conversation. So Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption came up. So then I get people have perspective, but I don't think we were talking perspective at the time. It was like, yeah, I think Shawshank is better than Green Mile. And that kind of irritates my spirit, right? Because that means you're raising up Shawshank and you're diminishing Green Mile when both of the movies carry weight. You know what I mean? I just think in our culture, and I'm saying it like that because that's where it is. I'm black and I recognize stuff that going on in our culture. We always putting things against other things for what? Like for nothing. It doesn't make sense. Who the better singer, Aretha or Queen Latifah? You know, all that kind of thing like that. And for me, I just think you miss out on things when you constantly putting other things higher than other things. You can enjoy the Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption the same. Now, if you don't like those kind of movies, you know what I mean? That's one thing. But to have one better than the other when that doesn't even, you know how you go to court and they say some evidence not admissible? I think when you're talking better than, sometimes it's not admissible. You don't need to even bring it in a conversation. Say if you like it or you don't like it. It's like, why you got to call it better than? That's just my perspective. Ray Rad kind of think about things, you know what I'm saying? And I do my own thing right there. And a few people went against it, but it's all love. What's this better than that? That's better than that. That's how we live our life in our culture. You know what I mean? And for me, it irritates my spirit. like two singers, Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin, right? Both of them ladies gets down. Why would you put them against each other? You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't enjoy it like that, man. If Aretha got a few more octaves as she go and Patti got a few more octaves as she go, enjoy them both. Why you gotta call one better than the other? I'm just talking to, I think we do that a lot in our culture, man. We stay putting people against each other or putting things against each other and stuff like that. I want to look like this when I'm 90. You know what I'm saying? How you think is how you grow. You feel me? I want to feel fresh and be happy and tell my funny jokes and stuff. And that stuff be bringing me down. So, I can go forever.
Yeah. You see, he's real adamant about the better than.
Right. That's just one thing.
That's one thing.
If they come up with something else, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, since you mentioned, the singers, and you were, I don't care what you say, Ray Rad. Mary J. Blige is a far better singer, performer. She looked better than Whitney Houston.
Right, and guess what? Okay, I don't agree in that. Watch me now. You know how what he just said, Mary J. Blige is better than Whitney Houston? That's that kind of statement that get that statement like, oh, bless his heart. Because he gotta understand it ain't putting down Mary J. and it ain't boosting up Whitney Houston. It's just oh yeah, they see I'm talking to now. Hey man, sometimes I don't hear it like that. I just feel real good right now. Okay, let me bring it down right here. Okay, you got Mary J. You feel? Now get my sexy on now. I ain't gonna leave me alone. What? Look at here. You got Mary J. Blige and you got Whitney Houston, right? Now check it. I don't really listen to, their music a lot, but I'm talking about I grew up and Whitney Houston was that female. I can't say female no more in the world we live in. I got to say woman. Hey man, I got a story about that. I just got told the other day, Rad, don't say female ever. That's insulting a woman. We are women or woman. But that's another talk right there. And I'm gonna get deep in that too. Yeah, I know that part. But hey, I got that story as soon as we done with this. Check it. But Mary J, she bad, man. She gets her vocals out. She do her thing. And Whitney Houston is like that pillar. Not that I get what you're saying about Mary J is better than Whitney in the way of, like you really like Mary J in that. But Whitney Houston is like a pillar. She's like you know how Oprah is? Like nobody really compares to Oprah. Don't go there. I'm a realistic dude. Hold up. You know how Oprah is and what she's done, what she's accomplished, got her own situation and all like that. That's who Whitney is. That's really why people listen to me, man. That's why people disagree with you, not because they're really looking at the vocal structure. Whitney just happened to be that woman that you could never diminish with anybody else. Even if they sang better than Whitney, because of how we black, right? Come on now, that's the perspective which I'm coming from. No one is gonna let you put anybody above Whitney, even if they're better, because Whitney has laid that foundation of what she is and who she is. Just like Luther Vandross, just like Michael Jackson. You know how many cats out there way better than Michael Jackson, homie? Like for real though. But you can't really say that out loud because people gonna be like, man, shut up. Mike he was that dude. But it's cats out here, man, that really surpasses them. Luther Vandross, was he a great singer? Yes. But it's cats out here right now that got that smooth vibe to them, and people know they're either on the level of Luther or rising above them. But we as black people, we never let that happen, homie. Like me, I was 320 pounds, right? I'm down about 238, 240 now. Guess what everybody still call me? Big homie. Wow. Even though I lost the weight, they be like, what up, big homie? Or what up, big Rad? Even though they see the weight gone. Once you make an impression, right? Once that first impression is out there, right? Man, they ain't going nowhere. You can't. If you ugly, you're ugly for life, homie. You know what I'm saying? You can wear the makeup, get your hair done, you can get your toes and nails done, you can put on a dress, you can And if you know what I'm saying, if you ugly
say
for
you-
life, dude.
You say
Some
you
people think,
ugly
you know,
for life.
it's true. And on the reason, I mean, men are ugly and women are ugly too. You know, but when men, real heterosexual men don't wear makeup, right? But we don't. But the women do. And they actually think when they put the makeup on, it really makes them look beautiful.
But they
you know
ugly
what I mean?
for life.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be real. Like,
The
look at my
views
big,
expressed
look at my
are
big
that
ass head.
of-
Look at my big, right? The views expressed
are
here
Ray Rads
are
and
Ray
Ray
Rads
Rads only.
that part. Everybody know Ray Red out there. Y'all know what's cracking. Y'all know what's happening. You know what I mean? We have conversation all the time. You feel me?
Oh
Like this
my
big old
God.
head I got, right? I can't say I got a small head and I can't go nowhere to shrink it. I just gotta live with it. You feel me? I just gotta live with it, man. They called me waterhead when I was young, man. I mean, that's just what it is. You feel me? And I done settled with it, man. I stretch my t-shirts a little bit. You feel me? You know, gotta put a water around the collar sometimes just to shrink it back down. But it's like
Man.
that.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? It's like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all give it up for Big Head Ray Rad.
That part right there. Till next time, Facebook.
Oh my God.
Instagram.
Okay. It's gonna be that kind of afternoon, y'all. Wow. Well, some of the stuff he said, because he said a whole. I agree with Ray Rad. Yeah, I didn't know you were 400. What, 300? 300. Damn. Wow.
2 years to drop the weight.
2 years?
Yeah, I was told I was diabetic, right? At first, I didn't want to accept it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to go there. You feel me? But
Right.
then finally, my body started doing things. I mean, I was like, so I hit the Omni up when it was open. Went to South Lake Mall, walked around that joint. For 24 months, I lost about 100, 120.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
man. Appreciate it.
That's dope. That's dope. Woo! We're off and running.
Go for it.
God damn! All I said, and I still stand by, Green Mile was not better than Shawshank Redemption. Just to the different movies, you know. So, yeah, we're off and running here on Cigars, Coffee, and Conversation. We got a lot of stuff that's going on. We just had the primaries, right? I know we don't really touch on politics, but we had the primaries, and I hope you all, which I know everyone here, went out there and cast that vote. It looks like we're gearing up. The midterms are in November, right? So you know, whatever you do, get out and vote.
How do you think the war in the Middle East is going to affect the midterm primary?
You know what? The war in the Middle East, that war that we shouldn't be in, the war that stopped me from going to Dubai. You know, we supposed to be in Dubai right now, but because of this war, I think that war, and the longer it drags on, it should turn a lot of blue to red, or is it? Yes, red to blue, right? Red to blue. So, man, it's I never thought that I would see the U.S. kind of get pimped and pumped all at the same time. You know, because do you all think we should be over there? No, we shouldn't be over there, right? But when you make a deal with the devil, shit like that, that's why we're in the position that we're in. And here's the thing, and I learned this firsthand through my cigar group, GTG Northwest Indiana, right? You got to make sure that you put the right people in place. Would you agree or disagree? You got to make sure, and you can't, your homies can't go with you any and everywhere, and you shouldn't have yes men around you all the time, man, because it'll have you doing some of the stupid shit that has been happening. Go ahead.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man.
You think that's the biggest problem with us putting the right people in place? I think that's secondary to the problem that we don't know who right is. Okay. there's a lot of things that we as
They're gonna bring you the mic.
that the problem is not so much that, and I think all of us want to put the right people in office to make a positive and uh, beneficial change in the country itself, so that everybody can do better than we're doing right now and have more faith in our leadership than we have right now. But it starts actually at the bottom. We all know that. It's talking about circuit court judges. We're talking about the different municipal positions that we vote people into, because those people are eventually going to go into other positions such as state and federal positions. And the flow of that activity for each individual is definitive. They can start good as good people with good intentions, but as time goes on, they get impacted by a lot of things that happen politically, and they end up changing. Their ideas change, their perspectives change. So voting for the right people is more difficult than the words imply. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I'm saying is that when you're in these positions, it's upon you, right? The one who may have won that seat, to put the right people in place, and not, you gotta have somebody that's gonna tell you that's some bullshit. You can't have or you shouldn't have a cabinet full of, yep, you're right, yep, because not every idea that you have is a good idea. So that's what I'm saying. So you're in office, right? You're in office. We're behind you. You shouldn't have everybody that's in your cabinet, in your circle, all agreeing with what you're saying. And that's all I'm saying. Because again, where's that accountability piece? We need to hold each other accountable. And because if Kev doesn't watch out for you, and you came up with some crazy idea, then it impacts not only you, the community, but it also impacts Kev. It's like, oh shit, now we all out. That's all I'm saying. Ray Rad.
No. I'm for real over what I'm saying, and this is just how I look at it. I'm not into politics and stuff. And like the statement you just, like the statement you just made. Now watch how this is just how I hear things, not because you're saying it, but if I heard it anywhere. Check it. You the man in charge, right?
Right.
And then Ray Rad sitting right here, and you got 30 other people in the room, right? Now you're in charge. Now listen to what you just said. You shouldn't have yes men all around you, or every idea you come up with ain't good. This, that, and the other. Watch this though. If you're in charge and you're allowing me to manipulate your thought process, and you're in charge, you're not in charge.
No. Ray Rad.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Before you hear me out.
All right.
What I'm saying is you're in charge.
Right.
And once again, I'm going back to our black community. Don't nobody on the planet like us, right? So we all up in our community doing any and everything, saying any and everything, and just being about any and everything, because that's what we do. Because ain't nobody really gonna check us, because people don't care. But I'm one of those cats that's walking around hearing and listening to things. If I got people all around me and they not on the same page as me, I get what you mean by that yes man stuff. And that's the thing. Yeah, it's probably out there or whatever. But to be honest with you, I ain't saying that I don't want yes men around me. But what I'm saying is you just as a leader have to know when somebody real and not real. Because if you got yes men around you that are being real, that's going to encourage you to be the realest you're going to be. We always in our community putting ourselves in positions to follow this rule that doesn't make sense. Like I get
what's the rule?
Listen about this yes man stuff, right? Cats always talking about I don't want yes men around me or this, that, the other. Homie, you don't even know what you're saying. Just like when people say only God can judge me. Dog, you don't want God to judge you like that, dog. You'd rather for me to walk up and let you know something than for God to do it. People don't really realize what they're saying because they don't understand it. So if I got yes men around me, I'm with that because I'm in charge and those guys are on my team. So if I make a decision and it fails, it failed. If I make a decision and it goes, it goes.
All right,
nobody can keep telling you, oh, that ain't right, or that ain't good. What?
Wait.
I'm talking about what he just said about having yes men around.
Ray Rad.
Back when we Mark, you see what I'm talking
about. Ray Rad.
We're talking about having yes men. And I commented on the fact that there's nothing wrong with having yes men around you. Because if you're in charge, that's the subject matter he's talking about, Mark.
Okay, so Ray Rad.
Ray Rad. Charge and you're not right all the time and have yes men around you.
Ray Rad.
I get what you're saying, Mark, and that's what I'm talking against. I get what you're saying. Now it's cool if you got your
Judas was a yes man.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. That's right. Because he was in the circle.
And yeah,
what did he do? What did he do? What did he do?
Ask me questions. You say it. I know scripture. How was Judas select yes man?
Did he?
When he was out to get Jesus caught.
Did he go behind Jesus' back?
Yeah. So
thank you. How does
a yes man do that?
Because
see, you saying something that don't make sense. Allah, don't get me started because we gonna check what's real and what's not real.
Was Judas? Did he betray? Did he betray Jesus? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so what does that have to do with being a yes man?
You don't. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
In your circle, in your camp, right? You should have people that's gonna hold you accountable, right? Because every decision, everything that you might think is a good idea might not be.
I get what you're saying.
And that's all I'm saying.
No, you're not. The context
by what you're
saying. I'm telling you what it is.
So wait, we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic. So we're talking we're not just you. We're talking about the political structure.
Yes,
and
why we're having yes men around.
Right.
So I commented on that.
So the issue is, as it relates to politics, people are not going into politics for the right reason. This is why they're putting yes men around them. Okay, right. If you go to Congress and don't come back a millionaire, you've done something wrong. Mark and I had this discussion last night. If you look at the finances of most politicians in Washington, they're all millionaires, and they went to Washington without being a millionaire. But now, when they leave Congress, not only do they get retirement, they get health care for life, and they are millionaires. So that is why they're putting yes people around them. They may do a few things for the community, and I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. They may do a few things for the community, but there's a reason why, when certain companies do an IPO, or stock options come up, the politicians automatically a day or so prior, they buy 50,000 shares of this stock. And then when it goes public, they hit this huge windfall and make it think like, oh yeah, I was just lucky. But that's not it. This is why they're putting people in place around them that support them, because those people they put in place, they're reaping the benefits also. So there's a reason, the current president has these yes people in place, because they're reaping these benefits also. They're getting rich too.
And I get what you're saying, and I'm not going to sit here and be an idiot and deny what you're saying because it has a ring of truth. But this is what I'm saying. So what he got yes men around him? He in charge. That's his prerogative. That's the real word. Bobby Brown got us thinking that it's prerogative, but it's prerogative. But anyway, that's why. This is what I'm saying to you. If I'm in charge, why would I want somebody around me that don't agree with me? Whether you believe I'm right or wrong. You get what I'm saying?
So having worked for several Fortune 500 companies, at a certain level, there are people who hire people who don't want yes people. Because if you're a yes man, so we'll use the current president. We know his policies are wrong and bad for the country and the world. His yes, if he had people who would correct him and say, hey, we better not do this. And I've worked for companies where they have people in place who will challenge that authority of the CEO and say, hey, that's not a good idea.
Well, check
We
it.
need to go in a different
I'm not
direction.
saying that you shouldn't have someone around that has a logical thought, or they see things another way, or how they say you can skin a cat 9 ways or whatever. I'm not saying that by saying what I'm saying. But what I am saying, if you are a leader and you have things that you have to accomplish, and you're telling me that you don't want people around you that's big up in what you're doing, in my humble opinion, that's foolish. Because if I'm listen to me, what I'm saying, man. If I'm in charge of this group, yes, I might get a person over here saying, hey, Brad, hey, let me talk to you, man. Have you considered blah, 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 blah. But if you got people around you that's telling you what to do, you need to step your ass down.
No.
That's not
Nobody's
true.
saying that.
I understand. We understand what you're saying.
Yeah, we saying that.
The issue, Ray, is you need to have people around you who will challenge the thought. Because what he's doing with the yes people around him is not good for the country. Inflation's gone up, gas has gone up, jobless rate has gone up. All these things because he has a yes man around him. Instead of having good people around you in place who will challenge you and say, hey, this war is a bad idea. Hey, Doge is a bad idea. Hey, things like that. They're bad ideas. If you have people smart people in place to challenge you, it's what you want. You don't want somebody who will agree with everything you say.
Chris, once again, I always have to clarify what I say because I talk loud, I'm get passionate or whatever, and people be like, come down, Red. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying just have people around you that's just gonna let stuff go willy-nilly. But that's what
we saying.
That's what's happening now.
Y'all not letting me finish and listen to what I'm saying, and I'm gonna challenge you right now. So if you're saying you're not supposed to have the yes men all around you, do you believe, since you have this idea and this opinion about what the president doing and he don't have this around, would you sit here and say on this podcast that he actually has people around him that's telling him not to do this and that, and he's not doing it?
That might be true.
Not a mic. You really positive about what's
I'm
happening
saying,
with the yes
right,
man.
I'm saying,
Chris,
there's no absolutes, Ray.
So it ain't no absolute about him having all the yes men. See how Ray Rad work?
No, I
See
don't.
how it work?
Yeah, Ray Rad, we got you.
Mic with him, with the question that I just asked. If it's a mic, the fact that y'all say, I'm gonna just say because I'm talking to you. Let me finish. You're saying that he got all this yes men around him. What I'm saying, since that's your opinion and you're not there, but you get to frame the picture how you want, would you agree with me that he actually has people around him telling him not to do certain things, but he's overriding? Would you agree?
I say yeah. Ray, let me finish. I say yeah. It's no absolute. The majority, let me rephrase. The majority of the people around him are yes men.
How do you know that is fact?
Because the people who have gone against him have been fired.
All of them.
All of them. So
all of them.
That's the thing.
And y'all may not like Trump people. I don't know nothing about it.
The thing
but
about
that's
it is,
what a leader does.
Ray, I'll let you know it isn't.
No,
it isn't. No, it isn't. Ray, I work for Fortune 500 companies that I've in.
And I lived for 55 years.
Yeah, but Ray, you have to sit in these rooms to understand these things.
No, I don't. I live life. I watch the media. I watch people. I sense and everything.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, Ray.
If you're a leader,
and you're wrong. And you're wrong. You're wrong.
You can't tell me I'm wrong when it's your opinion.
I can't tell you. My opinion is you're wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because you haven't.
Because you're saying.
Okay, so
you haven't been in these rooms.
Yeah, so we let's ask another question.
See that y'all go. Y'all
no. Ray Rad. No, it's real talk.
You had 10 minutes on the microphone.
No. It's it's the same thing.
Right, so
it's the same thing.
So we gotta move on to another topic.
We gotta move on.
The dude didn't show up that was supposed to be here.
Yo, Ray Rad, come on.
Well, that's the truth. See, y'all don't want the truth.
Ray, we don't. This is our program. Yeah, let us run the program. We don't want to put any information out there that it's for us to dictate what kind of information we put out there. Okay, so be respectful in that regard. Like, not to mention, hey, so and so didn't do something. Okay,
We good. So
let's just
we good.
be respectful.
What's the next question? Because we don't know what it is.
So the next
Right.
question.
We don't know what happened to that person.
Yeah.
Whether you.
We good. We good. Okay. Watch this transition. Damn, did y'all think Michael B. Jordan was gonna win an Oscar?
No,
Who said no?
I didn't.
You didn't
I
think
don't
he
know.
was gonna win?
I didn't even see the movie. So
You didn't see Sinners?
no.
Oh, take your black card away, man. You didn't see Sinners?
No.
Wait a minute. Anybody else in here didn't see Sinners? Raise your hand if you have not watched Sinners. Wait, who never saw Shawshank Redemption? Okay, well that's cool, man. You get a pass on that one, man. But Sinners.
No, I ain't gonna see that shit. That's demonic. Whatever.
What's demonic?
People don't understand energies that get inside of you, whether you know it or not. And people don't believe that. But I believe that.
And what? What we talking about now? What we
I
talking?
have a strong
Seeing
discernment.
Sinners.
And for me, Sinners, when I saw the trailer, it didn't feel right in my spirit, so I didn't go. And I ain't saying nothing to nobody, but he asked the question, so I'm talking about.
No, that's cool.
Okay. Now. Here's the thing. Now, you just said that's how it made you feel, right?
Yeah.
Earlier, Ray,
Yeah.
don't walk up on me, man. You scare me, Ray.
Don't be doing that.
No, I'm just bullshit. Now, check this out. You said earlier
Yeah.
that it's just a movie.
I didn't say that.
Wait a minute, Ray Red.
I don't talk like that.
Ray Red.
You
Let me
added
finish.
Sit down.
Let
Sit
me
down.
finish.
Sit down.
Let me
I
finish.
never said it's just a movie.
No, not
Why would I
Sinners.
say it?
You said
I'm talking
Shawshank.
about Shawshank and Redemption. Right.
It's just a movie,
I
right?
never said that.
What did you say they were?
Rewind. No, don't say what I
Oh,
said.
okay,
You say
what-
what I said.
What
I don't talk like that.
what did
You
you
said
say?
that-
What did you say about them?
Hey,
Did
no,
you say they
let me
were
tell
movies?
See, there y'all go because I'm so strong in my speech.
Go ahead.
You said Shawshank Redemption was better than Green Mountain.
Right.
And I said, why we always got to say things are better?
I'm talking
That was
about
the
a
whole
movie.
subject.
But did you say they're just a movie?
No, I don't talk like that. Why would I say that?
Okay.
Why would I say
Okay.
they're just a movie?
I follow that one. That's what-
Okay. All right. Hey, this is Cigars, Coffee, and Conversations / Unplugged.
Just making up stuff.
No. Come on, Ray.
No, you made that up. You made that up.
Sinners was a movie that a lot of people saw, except maybe a few people.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of movies.
You don't?
Due to my schedule.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't get a chance. I heard it was a good movie.
You invite me in
Yeah, come on, man.
to the conversation?
Come on.
I can only come in to invite me in.
Here we go.
No, I saw the movie. It was a movie. An excellent movie. Ryan Coogler is a genius. I saw his story. If you're not familiar with his story,
Right.
then you're missing it. I mean, if you look at the movie industry as a whole, back from Melvin Van Peebles up through modern day with Spike Lee and John Singleton, Ryan Coogler is a beneficiary from that generation. I mean,
Exactly.
this guy took it to the next level. I mean, when he came out with Fruitvale Station, a movie about Oscar Peterson, I believe, from Oakland.
Yeah, that was a true story.
Right, true story. Right. Then he came with Creed 1 and then Creed 2. Then, of course, Black Panther and Wakanda. Right?
Right.
And then Sinners. I mean, this guy is on to something. And the thing I like about what he's doing, he's taking the people that came up with him, like your Michael B. Jordan, and like Ludwig Göransson, the guy who wrote the
score, yeah.
Right. He's bringing all of his people that came up with him along with him. Genius. But to Michael B. Jordan's credit, all the way back to The Wire, to what's the baseball movie with little kids.
Oh, yeah, that's the movie with
Hardball.
yeah, Hardball. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this brother has come up, man, and just paid his dues, man. And to see him to be one of the 6 people that have finally won that Best Actors statue, man, the way that he vacillated between those 2 roles, I've never seen anything like that, except for probably in the soap opera, on Hospital. I'm an old soap opera junkie with Grant
Right.
Platinum and that. But I mean, the way this guy vacillated between Smoke and Stack. I mean, the way I heard the stuff that he was able to do. I mean, he changed shoes, so the shoes would fit a little bit different. He held his jawline, his smile line a little bit differently, so he could, between the characters. I mean, this guy is a Class A actor, and he deserved to win that Oscar. I don't know if they could have given it to anybody else, and it would have been an uproar. And, just not just in our community, but just across America. Anybody that saw the movie, they couldn't have no other outcome. Would have had the one that Oscar.
You know what? Now, I thought that, and only brother that to me that compares body of work, and he's been doing it a little bit longer than Michael B. Jordan, that I was hoping was going to win was Leo DiCaprio. I'm a huge fan, and I like what he did in the movie One Battle After Another. But Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler they are our new Denzel and Spike Lee, right? Because everything that they're a team, right? The thing that makes Coogler a little bit different than Spike was that he has a blueprint to kind of follow, right? And he's a little bit more humble than Spike Lee. Spike Lee can be an asshole. I don't know if y'all know. He can be an asshole, right? And from his tree, I could see where Coogler is going to continue to just grow, and the branches and the movies and all that. And what Spike had did was revolutionized, because you had never seen anything like that. If you remember with Spike Lee movies, you'll see the guy sitting down and the camera would just pan and it looked like all the 360 and all that.
Cinematography.
Right. That's through Spike, right? And the storytelling. Spike Lee could not have made Black Panther. He could not have done it, right? And I don't think Ryan Coogler could have made Do the Right Thing, right? Because of just who they are, and the culture, my favorite director, and man, he left us too soon, John Singleton. John Singleton was a beast, man, because Boys in the Hood gave birth to everything after that, from Menace to Society. What was the other one? Golly, Menace to Society, Paid in Full, all of those, right? And it was John Singleton who had did Baby Boy, all of that. And before he died, you know what his last big thing was? Snowfall. That was on FX. That was Singleton, and he said that what's his name? Franklin St. Patrick, right? The young kid. He said that Singleton dropped him off over in the hood, so he could learn the dialect and from the Crips. I think it was the Crips over there, right? So yeah, man. So I'm glad the brother won the Oscar. They should have won more, but that's Hollywood.
You said One Battle. What's the name of that movie?
Oh, One Battle After Another.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. It won so much, and all I'm hearing that you got to see it. But the other side, from the culture, says that it's basically the same movie in the context of Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry and Monsters Ball. So I haven't seen it, but I hear a lot of our folks in our community talking about it from that perspective. So,
Well, I've heard that, but here's the thing: Halle Berry won the Oscar,
for that role,
right? And this young lady, she didn't win the Oscar, right? And it was different. I'll just say it's different. Yeah. Somebody say something. Wait a minute. Give him the mic.
sex sales.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Billy Bob and Holly, without that scene.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But, my analogy would be this. You got a lot of teams with championships. You always have, a most valuable player. But no matter how much they do individually, without that cash to help with the time, to help make that moment shine the way the actor intends for it to go, you need those people recognize who can really come in there and hold the moment so the star can shine. That being said, with Dale Raw, he had a chance to be recognized past this moment for his body of work. A lot of people leading up to the Oscars, were talking about not just the culture, but giving praise for what he was able to turn his role into. I only hear people talking about Michael B, which he does deserve his accolades, but you can't let these others fade off, and not be talked about, recognized, because they have to be supported by us too. Jeffrey Wright, just a few of them, that have just really held their own when it came to supporting those standout actors. And I just think we need to recognize.
Oh yeah, we need to recognize them. And you know who won an Oscar? I think he won for Best Supporting Actor, and you don't even hear about it no more. Cuba Gooding Jr. Right? Cuba Gooding Jr. won an Oscar for Jerry Maguire back in the day, right? But you don't hear nothing about that brother, Yeah, so, yeah, what we got anything online? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of shout outs. Patrick Gould said, "What's going on today, George?" He also said, "Hey, is this an impromptu show today?" I said, "Yes, this is impromptu. Cigars, coffee, and conversations." I said we're doing a question and answer related to current events and topics.
Yeah.
An interesting question.
Go ahead.
How do you think the war in the Middle East is going to impact the World Cup being in North America, in Mexico, Canada, and the United States?
Soccer, or football, as it's called over there, it's huge, right? It's bigger than, and this is crazy, it's bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's
Right.
an interesting statistic. The Super Bowl drew something like 25 million viewers, and that's the biggest game of the year in America for sports. There was one regular weekend soccer game between like Liverpool and I forget who they were playing, like Man U or Arsenal or something like that, and they drew something like 700 million people worldwide.
Yeah.
On the same day as the Super Bowl, they got 700 million people on a regular like Sunday game compared to the Super Bowl, which got 25 million.
It's crazy, right? I don't know, because right now I think that I don't think America should go over there.
Actually, the Tangerine Tyrant invited Iran.
See,
Yeah,
So
We're not going, right?
well, the games are played here in the
They're
United
here.
States.
They're gonna be here.
Here, Mexico, and Canada. So Mexico has their own problem with the cartels. The United States they're having to replace teams like Canada and a couple others who President Trump put on some sort of ban or something like that. So it's like 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 countries that they're having to like now go say, you didn't really qualify, but we're going to eliminate Iran and put Italy in its place. So that it's interesting. If the war continues to escalate, I'm wondering if they're going to have to either, shift it or move it, or what are they going to do? That's my question.
They can't. I don't think they will cancel the games. However, moving the games, yeah. I think that's a strong possibility. And if I'm the U.S., I wouldn't want none of it. And it's all based on what could be. And I'd rather deal with better safe than sorry, because dude, it's crazy, man. I mean, yeah. It's even kind of like scary to even talk about, because when you think about where we're at as in these yet United States and the world, right? I never thought that I would see us being as hated as we are across the world, man. When we have to like have security at every U.S. Where do we stay? Embassy. At every embassy, it's crazy, bro. I'm not a soccer guy, but I know the World Cup is like, it's bigger than the Super Bowl, right? And I hope and pray if it comes here to the U.S. that we are definitely covered. Yes, sir.
I have to dive into this water, Joe. You talk about how the sentiment is about the United States right now around the world. Every great civilization that has existed, and going back to the Druids, if you get into history like that, have never failed without them having huge opposition against the Romans, the Egyptians. I'm just saying, heck, the Russians. If you were considered a great civilization before your fall, the world as we knew it then had already turned against you. No great civilization died while it was still considered to be great.
Okay. Now, I would say, remember a time and throughout history, everyone would say, I want to come to these United States. That ain't the case today.
Yeah, there's a statistic out there saying now more people are leaving the United States than coming to the United States.
Yeah.
For the first time since like 1940 or something.
I'm going to say 30s or 40s, right? So how do you explain that?
Well, again, we're looking at it. I mean, this is still considered one of the youngest countries on the face of the earth.
True.
All the ones that, I read about, we speak about historically, they have at least 500 years or more under their belt. Those are considered great civilizations. We're having our moment. I just don't want us to be looking at the United States out of context. We're having our moment. But how will we carry this?
All right, let me ask you this. Okay, you are what, 38?
Hey, run that.
No, okay, so how old are you?
60.
You're 60.
Right.
So that means that you were born Nixon, Gerald Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Obama, and orange, right?
Okay,
Okay, so those are the presidents
Right.
in your lifetime,
that's right.
right?
Well, one more, right?
Yeah, but out of the ones that we named, all right, the thing that Nixon did, we were too young to even comprehend what Watergate was, right? So now, and we don't know. I know they said that Washington was a bad press, Truman and all that, right? Throughout history, right? But in our lifetime, this is by far, in my humble opinion, Ray Man, by far the worst that I've seen, right? And being an adult, so let's say being an adult, from Ford, Carter, Reagan, and Ronald Reagan. All I remember, I was young, Zeb, when they used to talk about Reaganomics, right? Right, and the price of gas and all that, right? Things didn't. You never would have thought, um, um, growing up, that you would have to go through metal detectors. TSA was not around. Remember when you could go to the airport and meet your loved ones, right? And all of that happened under a Republican president, which was Bush one or two, right? All of that happened, right? So here it is, man. Yeah, we've all experienced some, but to this extent, I don't think we have.
One of the things that we have to recognize is the dynamics of the world has changed to this degree. The population, talk about when I was born, we had less than, in this country, less than 200 million people. Okay? World didn't have 7 billion. We were still at 3 billion something. So, plus the internet and all of that stuff, bringing all this stuff together in the space and time that we have right now, something's about to pop. Something's got to pop because you got too many people moving, to and through each other so fast. Whatever your idea is over there, it's not going to take a year, two, or a few. It's going to be in a few minutes, a few days before we experience what's on your mind about what's over here, and vice versa. So, that's the context I look at it. I'm just saying that right now, we to get to your leading question, as far as a great society, a great civilization, you know, I might have to say we are in or have had our heyday as far as great civilizations goes, because as you said, United States, in a lot of instances with the major countries around the world, is not very liked. And that's one of those things that I would say anybody, look at that in context with the other great civilizations that failed. That is what preceded the downfall. When your reputation is to the point where you're a singularity and you're not, welcome by all, start looking at it right.
So what do we do?
Move to another country.
What do we do, Mark?
I'm going to Korea. I'm going to Korea, Colombia, somewhere.
And when you go over there, you're gonna be a minority. When you go anywhere else now, we are the minority, and that's the thing. Zeb, help me out, bro. How? Yeah, everybody's moving. Everybody want to move out of the country, and you potentially, and I don't know, potentially could be facing the same problems that we have here when we call them illegal aliens or whatever. That potentially could be you if we go to anywhere. What do you think, Zeb? Come on, man.
The answer to that is absolutely. We'll become foreign to them. You know what I'm saying? We'll be just like that. So, we'll be citizens in a whole other state or a whole other place.
Yeah, we will become foreign to them. So the scrutiny that we put on others, that's why we got to be careful how you treat people, because one of these days you can be put in a situation
Whoa.
where they gonna treat you the same way or worse.
Yeah.
So I know we didn't want the migrants, but yeah, one of these days, you move somewhere, you're gonna be treated like a migrant. Could be.
Yeah. 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 You mow on that lawn. You doing all the stuff that we take for granted now, Mike. Shit, the weather getting ready to get nice. Shoot, you getting ready to do your lawn, or you're gonna have somebody do it for you, right? Right. But go to Jamaica, right, or Nassau, dude. Yeah, you're gonna eat good, but damn it, don't try to take them jobs, because they're gonna look at you the way we look at people here, and that's just my opinion. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what me and Mark was talking yesterday. Me and Mark was having a conversation about what's the pros and cons of moving out of the U.S.
Mm.
We talked about Kanye. We talked about Vietnam. We talked about other countries, and we talked about the pros and cons because there are a lot of videos out here on social media.
Make it look good, don't
they? Make it look good.
Yeah.
But what's the cons? And we had that discussion yesterday.
Oh,
so
yeah.
No one consider the cons.
Oh, yeah. I got some friends moved over to Thailand. It's like, yeah, it look good. All that look good, man. But we're gonna have to tough it out, man. We got any more questions?
Yeah, I don't know
Yes,
about
sir.
that. I'm ready to move.
I got a friend been in Thailand for 30 years.
Really?
Love it.
And it's interesting. We say that
Yeah.
until you know somebody who's actually moved. My cousin moved to England back in the late 80s, early 90s to be a basketball coach. And he stayed there and he said, I'm never coming back. And he was a presenter for Sky Sports. And the only time he would come back, he'd come back a couple times a year to visit his family, our family, but he would also come back to do the Super Bowl and report on it for England. But he said, Chris, I'm never coming back. He said, why would I come back? I got free health care. He said, I pay a little bit more because I got, high blood pressure and a couple other, typical things. He said, so if I have to go into the hospital, I can get a private room instead of a semi-private room. But he said, it's great over here. So that's what I say. That's the litmus test. When I used to drive Uber, I would talk to a lot of people who would be visiting Chicago from other countries, or they moved to Chicago. And I'm like, and they were all saying, I'm going back.
Yeah.
One lady had been here 20 years, and she and her husband, and she says, you know what? I'm moving back to Ireland. She said, the healthcare and everything else over here is too expensive. Huh?
Was that a black woman?
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
But my cousin was black, and he lived in London and England, around England, for probably the last 30 years of his life. He died a few years ago, but the last 30 plus years of his life, he lived in in England. And he was like, I'm never moving back.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing. We look at TV and propaganda that is perpetrated on us and pushed in our face, just like Trump said the other day. He's got the FCC looking at how the media is reporting on the war, and if any media news outlets that are based in the United States, he's gonna take them off the air or something like that. Yeah. That's what he's pushing the FCC to do, because he doesn't like the true coverage of the war coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It makes him look bad. So yeah, that's the thing, is the media has always pushed, it's like back in the 70s, you used to see pictures when the Cold War was going on. You saw pictures of Russia. You saw these people in these coats and these long soup lines and stuff like that. Well, what do you think Russia was showing them pictures of? Good times and, the projects over here. And based on January 6th, we're no better, no worse than a third world country, the way we acted on that day. So, you know, yeah, I'd rather go check it out for myself, and I'll take my chances.
Right.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, we're gonna take our take our chances. We got a question from the audience.
Yeah, well, we had a shout out to Lynn Thompson. He's watching down from Florida. He said, "Wise men in the building."
Wise men in the building.
Yes.
I got a question. I got a question of Wiseman. How y'all always coordinate y'all apparel? Every time I see them, they all have the same thing. How y'all manage that?
It's a mental connection.
Oh wow, mental connection. Yeah. Wise men. They are deep. What we got? 1, 2, 3. Got 5 of them in the building right now. Okay. Yeah. Wait. These are newbies, right?
Always coordinate.
They always coordinate. They coordinate. Yeah. No. Well, ooh. Hey, Chris. Wait. Woo! We got any more questions, comments?
Chris,
Come on,
Chris
y'all.
over here getting moist.
I know, right? He getting more. Oh, they look at him. This is cigar.
Let's talk about relationships. We got another 20 minutes.
Okay,
Let's talk about relationships.
All right. As she leaves out. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Wait a minute. Wait.
Where's a good place? Well, you're not single anymore. Who?
No, I just wanted to end that last thing up. Something about America. We all have this false sense of security until we start to feel insecure. We have this false sense of freedom until our freedom starts to evaporate. And I think that Kendrick just spoke to that. It's starting to happen, but it's a subtle. It's starting to happen in a slow pace, but it's happening. Nobody really saw the pandemic come up on us until we were locked in the house, right?
Right.
And then it became real when they shut Vegas down, when gas was 99 cents a gallon, but it wasn't no place to go. So as we start to see our liberties and our freedoms start to diminish, it's happening right now. The revolution is being televised, Gil Scott Heron, but we're not paying attention. We're being distracted. We're looking over here instead of looking over here. We're looking at the obvious. We're looking at the Oscars. We're looking at all of these things that are distracting us. We're trying to figure out what Harry did to Sally and what Johnny did. Right, 3-car money, somebody said, right? Wise men. So it's happening right now. That's the scary part about it. And I'm concerned because I got grandkids, I got kids, and I don't know how much longer we actually have for this world. I don't care where you move at.
Right.
Both sides are aligning right now. The allies, everybody's looking out for their own personal interests. So the Middle East, right? The Northern Hemisphere, Asia, China, Russia, everybody's looking at who do I align with. America is finding themselves to be on an island. We're isolated. We don't have anybody. So at some point, when the guns start pointing, they're going to be pointing figuratively and literally at us. And I don't know if we're ready for that. And that's the scary part of what's going on.
That's true. So, but you got to keep living.
Absolutely, you got to keep living.
You got to keep
You got to
living.
keep living because I believe in God. And,
Oh, no doubt.
And no doubt, I'm gonna live until I die, until He's got me on the shoulder and say, "Come on, come with me." But I believe He's picking flowers from that perspective every day. When you look around and say, "Hey, what happened to John? I just talked to him last week, or he was on my mind to call him, and he gone." God just took him. He's taking flowers subtly every day. He was just 36 years old. He was just here, whatever. But that's part of the rapture. if you get into the book.
Right.
It's happening already, but we're not paying attention. We're looking at the distractions.
Go ahead, Ken.
Okay, I'm like, well, so come back on that one, but I'm gonna try to sow this in as a PSA. I've had an opportunity in my 2 years to visit 5 continents of 7.
Right.
And I will say this to any and everybody in this room and who's viewing from home. You know, they say that a goldfish will only grow to the size of the bowl or the tank that it's in. So you take him out of that small fish bowl, and that little pipsqueak can grow into, a mighty member out there swimming in the ocean, and find that it can. I tell anybody, you know what, to see this world other than the neighborhood or the state or the country that you hail from birth to whatever you call home from it, is a travesty. Especially us, who were, our ancestors were involuntarily taken and put here, and we are now descendants of that. But I would just charge everyone, not just encourage, I charge you, think about what you prioritize and how you spend your money and your time and that. Go and see the world. Go see someplace outside of these shores, not just in the islands for vacation, but let's go to the places that you were taught about in school, and see the perspective for yourself, not just the way the author wrote it or the teacher taught it. I think it'll do us all a world of good, especially when we come back together and now we want to inform, we want to, test, we want to share, we have to do it. We only have a certain amount of time put on this earth. Hey, what's your purpose? It may not be just to grow up, get a job, and have a family and die.
That's true. You know what? A young brother, late last year, he was an intern for the state. Young brother, he was from Nigeria. And he said that the most important and most valuable thing that he owned was a passport. A passport. Because with that, he got to see the world, right? And for us, that's, to your point, get out here, right? And you will have a better understanding. And I think you'll have a better way of viewing how we move here.
We get outside of all the propaganda.
Yeah. But this young kid, he was like, it's a passport, right? And there's reasons why it seemed like they put so many restrictions on getting a passport, right? These days, man, and it's to prevent you from seeing. Mike, you got to be able to see, because you can only be what you see anyway, So yeah, that's dope. So you were saying something, Chris, you wanted to touch on, what was it, relationships?
Yeah, that was.
What was the question?
What was the question? Where's a good place to meet someone of the opposite sex, like a female, or, it's part of dating these days. Where's a good place to meet someone if you're trying to date somebody?
Someone said elements.
I respectfully disagree.
Hey, what's going on? There you go. How you doing? Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Let's ask a female where's a good place to be met at? What's your name? Your name's really? Hey, Sharon. Your mic's not on, Sharon. Oh, Lord. So Where's a good place to meet you at?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna honestly say this. Meeting a man depends on the person. You can meet a good man at the gas station, the grocery store, church, walking down the street, jogging. It depends on the person, and it depends on timing is everything.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's nobody can say a good place to meet a man. It depends on the person and who you interact with and
Okay.
how y'all come together.
Okay.
So everybody's place to meet a good man is not for everybody. You go to the grocery store every day.
Mm-hmm.
No, just because your girlfriend told you she met a good man in produce, y'all just happen to touch the same watermelon, does not mean that that's where you're going to meet your good man. It's in timing. Timing is everything.
Okay.
So you met your good man at the grocery store. I met my good man at the car wash. I mean, it all depends.
Okay.
There's no answer to that.
Okay.
Nobody has an exact answer to that.
I bet your girlfriend does.
That's my daughter.
Oh my God! They don't make them like that no more. That's your daughter.
That's my daughter.
Hey, daughter. Okay, so daughter, I know you here with mama. Okay. So she knows you. Where's a good place to meet a man?
I'm with her.
I know you with her. Y'all
No,
sitting
I'm
next
saying
to
I'm
each
with
other.
her. Now, if it was me back in my 20s, it'd be more so of me like where am I out at? I can
Okay.
meet whoever I want to meet.
Okay.
And because at that time it's not about intentions. I have kids now. So now it's more so me. It's not just about me no more.
Okay.
It's about who I have to bring around them, the example I have to bring around them. It's also the example of if I still gotta call my brothers to do stuff for me, manly stuff for me, you don't exist. If my tire go flat and I still have to call them, well, I call you and you say that's crazy.
Oh wow.
You gotta go.
Okay.
Wait a minute, we're not finna start bashing men here. I wouldn't question.
No, we're not. No,
you guys outnumbered it, you know.
No, we're not. Regardless if you outnumber, I'm gonna say what I gotta say regardless. But
yep, that's your mama.
It's more so, but it's more so like no. I agree with her because now I'm at that level that I feel like it's where you supposed to meet them at. It's not what you want to meet them at. Oh, I'm going out with my girl, so I'm going somewhere where I know the men at. I'm gonna meet my man today. It ain't about that no more.
Okay.
It's more so like if I just go to the gas station and this man is who God placed in front of me at that moment,
right?
And I can feel the vibe of it. I'm gonna continue to pursue it.
Oh, so you okay? That's a new kind of woman, mama. So now the woman is the pursuer sometimes.
Sometimes it depends on the person. I have no problem if it's somebody that I want to talk to and I see that I'm interested. I have no problem with approaching them.
For real?
I have no problem with that.
Wow.
No problem with that.
Where were you 30-some years ago?
What's the problem? Oh, the worst he can say is no.
You say what?
The worst he can say is no.
Wait a minute. What's your name? Andrea.
Yes.
Now let's keep it real. You can accept a no.
I can accept a no. Yeah, very much so.
You're a different kind of woman.
Let me tell you what my grandmother always told me. Never ask a question that you're ready for the answer for. Be ready for both. Be ready for your yes and be ready for your no.
You taught her well.
Be ready for both.
Okay, now because some women like, how you gonna turn me down?
Oh no, I'm cool with that.
Oh, okay.
Because also it can be, not to say it in a negative way, it can also be a way of God telling you that ain't it.
Oh, that's true.
So it ain't like just like we turn guys down and say no. That vice versa for him. It could be a reason God telling him accept that no.
Right.
So it's not just about the women. It's vice versa.
Right.
On my end, on both sides. So if you tell me no, I can say have a good day and keep it moving.
For real?
Yes, I can. Very much so.
Good God, Mama.
I'm very confident in who I am.
Have you, Mama? So God done hit you with all the best lines. You had all the good walks, and you didn't told him no.
Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay, you.
I'm gonna give you an example on my mama. Mama turned down Ron Harper.
That Ron Harper?
Yes, back in the day.
But only because I didn't know. Not because I didn't.
Don't. Hey, before you answer, be careful with your answer. Be careful.
I just want to say, Ron is a friend of ours, and he comes in here all the time. We have Ron's number.
Okay.
I was at a concert and it was the SOS band and I can't think of the other name.
Give me the mic.
But I was there with a friend who was doing photos. He was doing photography. And I was there with him. And I went out, where the concert is and the outside where you get the drinks from.
What you have on?
I had on a silver two-piece.
I know you know what you were wearing. I know you remember what you were wearing. You had a.
Anyway, where the concert was and where you go get your drinks from is like another room.
Right.
So I'm going to the other room to the bar to get my drink. He walked up and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I had ordered my drink and he walked up. He was like, "I'm about her drinks," and I was like, "No, I'm good." He was like, "No, I got your drinks." He was like, "I'm good. That's who I am. Who I am." And I was like, "And you are?" He was like, "Ron Harper." I said, "And that means."
Oh shit.
So he was like, "You for real?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "But no, thank you. You have a good night, whatever." So he walked off, and the girl walked up. Another girl walked up. She was like, "Girl." I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "You don't know who that was?" I was like, "No." She was like, "That was Ron Harper." And that means what to me?
Nowadays it means 5 NBA championship rings,
Right.
and 2 sons in the NBA now.
No, I'm saying all that to say, you walking up to me and flashing your money and telling me what you got, regardless of, I did not know who you was. So
Right.
that still meant nothing to me. That's my point.
Okay.
Ron's a friend of ours, and he comes
let
in.
me know the next time he's in here.
We will. He comes in.
Hey, that
He does
brother in
come
the
in.
back. Brother in the back got a question.
Yeah, he comes in here all the time.
See
So
what you did?
we're gonna ask him. What's your name again? We're gonna
My
ask
name
him.
is Sharon.
Sharon, hey, Mark.
And I still have the picture.
So I got a question for the ladies. I'm gonna digress back to the early statement. What is the requirement nowadays of a good man, right? And then what is the expectation or requirement of a good woman?
That high value man is Kevin Samuels called.
So what is the expectation of a good man? Because that was stated earlier. Good man. I think to your point was if I tell him that my car is flat, my tire is flat, and he don't change it, then the expectation is he's not good, or whatever the case was, right? So what's the expectation nowadays of a good man? And then what is the requirement or expectation of a good woman? What's expected of her for this good man?
Okay. A good man, respect. Number 2, you can have a job. Just have a job. Just a job. A job. Keep a job. Longevity. A job. Consideration. That's it. You ain't got to be making 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. Just have a job.
When you met him, he was in between jobs.
Okay, that's fine too, because women, we've been in between jobs too, but we don't tell that because we trying to front. We don't tell that. We've been in between jobs too. But if he's in between jobs, but he can still hold his own while he's in between them jobs, we good. But don't be in between jobs and come at me like, "Oh, babe, I need to come see you, but I need some gas money in order to get there." No, we're not doing that with just you. No. As far as a good woman, it's the same thing. Respect the man. If he show you respect, show him respect. Consideration. Give back what you get. That's my thing. I give what I get.
You can't expect gifts and you don't bear them.
No.
You can't expect him to do the most for you and you don't do the most for him.
And that's like
my thing is, you pay for my nails, I pay for your hair club.
There you go. Reciprocity.
You pay for dinner.
No.
No, it ain't pretending because that's how I come off. But if I realize that I'm coming off like that and I ain't getting it back, I'm cutting it off. Because I'm not going to give you something, a part of me that I know I was raised to be. and you can't meet me halfway. If it's 50-50, we need to be in the middle pumping fists. I got it. If that ain't it, then baby, I gotta go.
Ooh.
So, you just talked about having a good guy, the type of man you want with a job and all that other stuff. A cigar lounge is the best place to meet one. No, let me tell you where. You know what?
She say lies.
Cigar smoking is not a cheap habit. So chances are most of the guys you meet in here are going to have a good job.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you
A good job.
A couple baby mamas, a couple people that mess.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. Damn! So if a guy, are you single? Are you married?
I am single. I'm single by choice.
Okay, well, the guy could be single by choice.
No, but it's not about that part.
Okay.
It's about I've been in cigar lounges.
Mm-hmm.
Per se.
I've worked in one for 4 years.
I've been in cigar lounge, and you meet some amazing people. Like I've met
agree.
people. Me and Zaya, buddy. We've been knowing each other since platinum. But you also see men in there that, I want to talk to you, and then you find out the next time you see him, he got the wedding ring on. He have on first baby.
Uh-oh.
Or now you don't know who you are. Or you become friends with another girl in there, and then you sit next to her, and he walk in, and she be like, "Oh, they go my little sugar daddy. They go my daddy. Oh, I got his number last week."
Yeah, women are the same way. You can do this. You can meet women who come in here the same way.
No,
but I'm just saying. You know what? Having worked in a cigar lounge for almost 4 years, you see a lot of stuff. But some of the boxes start getting checked on both men and women, where they have good jobs, they have good careers, they make good money, because it's not a cheap habit. Okay.
You can have all the money in the world and still be messy.
Right, you can, or you can have no money and be messy.
Yeah,
but I'm just going by how you categorize, the type of man that you would be looking for.
But I also am one of the ones that is vice versa. I'm never going to say women are not the same as men.
Right.
I'm never going to say that.
Right.
Because you can have.
I just didn't hear it from you. I just heard you speak on the men.
I'm putting it out there.
All right.
You can have messy men. You can have messy women.
Yeah.
You can have men that come in that married and do what they want to do. You can have women that come in there and do what they want to do. It's still the same. It's still the same. I wasn't raised to be one of those women that contradicted me like, oh, it's always men. No, we be some women in there too. I didn't witness it.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna put nothing past. Like I might feel a certain way about a guy doing something in particular, but I won't say that a woman won't do it.
Yeah.
Because they do it too.
Yeah, I agree.
You get some good guys that run into the wrong women. The same way some good women run into the wrong men.
Yeah.
So I never do that. It's vice versa.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, based on the criteria you were listing, you're talking about a lot of men that come to the cigar lounge.
I'm talking about what I experienced.
Yeah.
I never go to the cigar lounge to date.
And I'm not saying you should or you were doing that.
I go to have a good time with my girls. I like hookah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, you like hookah?
I like hookah.
So does George.
I like hookah.
You like hookah? How old are you?
75.
I'm too old.
If you surpass my mama, I can't do that.
You're not too old. You're not.
Yeah, you know what? I would hate to cheat on your mama. Your mama. Hey, wait. You know what I look for? Oh boy, you know what I think is important? Your damn credit score.
But you can have a good credit score and still be an asshole.
Yeah, but it makes it a little bit easier when I know you got at least, Sam.
So you would spend your life being miserable with the person you with, but
I'm gonna need you not to point your finger at me.
So,
I'm gonna need you. What's your question?
I got a question for you.
All right, hold on.
You would prefer to be miserable with the person you with, but the only thing that's keeping you there is because they got a good credit score that you can benefit from. Other than the credit score, you miserable. You would spend the rest of your life like that?
Well, I got a question. For the guys.
Well, we got one over here.
I got a question for you guys.
How do we walk in?
I just want to interject one thing.
Nah.
You guys were talking about expectations, which I think is a big issue with everybody. What we expect. one of the axioms of life that I've not only considered to be very important for me, but also I have taught my adult kids the same thing to consider, is that expectations are the cornerstone
Of letdowns.
of frustration and disappointment.
Yes, very much so.
When we find that we expect too much or the wrong things from any individual, any group, any people on any basis, we need to consider that maybe it's not the other person or the group
It's you.
that's wrong.
Right.
That maybe we have the wrong expectations. For the women in the house, I'd like to ask a question. When in your life, in terms of time period perhaps, have you thought about that and considered perhaps that you have the wrong expectations of what a man is or what he should be? And number two, have you made any changes in your expectations so that you don't find yourself doing that same thing over and over again?
Okay, so one thing I can say about that, expectations lead to letdown. So I don't expect much from people. But when it comes to the necessities of your life, you're supposed to have that. A job. You're supposed to be able to create safety. I'm pretty sure that was taught in your lifetime. And then my thing is that my changes came from me, not for a man. My changes came from me to know how my attitude was, how I was responding, how I reacted. That was my changes. Because a couple years ago, I could respond how I wanted to respond because I was just that real overly independent woman and realized that I don't want to be real overly independent. I want to be able to let go and let you handle it. I want to feel safe. I want to be submissive. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't have expectations. It's more so like you're supposed to have this about yourself already. You know, so it's more so I look at it as like, what do you have going? Like me having kids, this is the one thing I can say I expect. I can't date nobody who's not a father. If you tell me you got kids and you can't tell me you have a great co-parenting relationship, we can't deal because I'm not bringing no drama to you, so you can't bring no drama to my life.
Okay, let me ask you this. All right.
Let me tell you something. You only got a couple more times before you be asking my child all these questions.
Well, let me tell you something. You grab the mic then. Defend your child.
I don't mind answering though.
Defend your child, mama.
And she's how old? I don't think she's a child anymore.
I'm 37.
My DNA is still. Y'all see my results.
Okay, all right.
George, let me make this statement.
Go ahead, bro.
Before you ask the question. So to brother's point, one thing that I've learned and one thing I try to teach everybody is to never expect you out of somebody else.
Yes, very much
When
so.
you never go into a situation, male, female, relationship, brothers, friendships, whatever, stop expecting them to do it the same way you do it.
Exactly.
Because everybody don't have the same capacity and everybody's not wired the same way. So if you can take that understanding for in everything of life, work, whatever, stop expecting and that'll stop most of the frustration because you're expecting them to respond like you, expecting them to love like you. And so that narrative needs to be wiped out and just understanding that never expect you out of somebody else.
If for no other reason than that all those errors that you have in yourself, when you expect that out of the next person, all you're doing is propagating the problem.
And then
Absolutely.
you also learn your love languages ain't everybody's love language. You can't love them how you want to be loved. You have to love them how they want to be loved.
I agree. I agree with Zeb 1,000%, and that's kind of where I was going to go on. The whole thing about like expectations of others, right? That's a slippery slope. Yeah, it was, Mama. And I'm gonna let Mike throw a jab, then I'm a counter.
So, I follow this great pastor from the Bahamas, Dr. Miles Monroe. And he says that, listen to the conversation, he says that God will never give you the finished product.
I believe
that finished product is, you can control how tall a person is, or weight, size, whatever. You can control that. but what's within, you can't control that. So you may have this idea of the man or the woman you want in your life. You won't find that. God will only give you the raw material. And then when y'all get together, y'all become what you have in your head together. So that takes away the expectations. So that's how I begin to start living my life is about expectations. It's just I sit my John hand pops down and I be about my business, make sure my stuff is clean, my foundation is set. And then at that time, I was talking to Chris about this yesterday. At that time, then when I'm about business, about my foundation, my vision, my work, the man I'm supposed to become, living to my purpose, then that Eve would come to me because God would send that Eve to me.
Exactly.
I don't go chasing her. I don't go. No, I'm about my business. Take care of myself. My credit's good. Everything is good. I'm doing it for me, not for her. I'm doing it for me at first. Then she comes into the environment, and then she comes to that good environment as Eve came into the environment with Adam.
And you know what that's called? That's and Zeb. I would say that everyone should come whole. You should be whole before no one should make you whole. No one can make you whole. So that's that whole expectation piece, right?
Right. And then when you're dating someone, you're dating their history. Y'all haven't created y'all history yet.
Yeah.
So you're really dating a 5 year, 10 year, 20 years into the game.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go through that with them. So you're gonna expect a lot of stuff in anybody you date.
Yeah.
You're gonna expect certain things that they haven't grown into that person yet.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What he just said.
Okay.
So you just said your Eve come into your life, right? Are you expecting her to come healed? Are you willing to deal with her being unhealed? Is it a certain circumstance of healing though? Like it's like say it's different parts of healing. It's like a healing from a relationship, a healing from family trauma, a healing from just something that she might have put herself in. Like, is it a boundary?
She's not whole. That's what I'm saying.
No, she's not whole, but you cannot be whole and be healed. You see what I'm saying?
You have to be
But
working on it.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, is it a certain amount though? Like, is it that you would tolerate? That's what I'm asking.
No. Because again, okay. Because again, it's not my job to make you whole, right? And it's not your job to make me whole, right? Yeah. Right.
Okay, question. Somebody bring a woman into your world. God brings a woman into your world. She has a trauma from a last relationship where she was sexually assaulted and she don't want to have sex with you. Are you willing to deal with that until she's ready? Who said hell no? I'm gonna see you next weekend.
Wait, who said hell? Wait, Zeb.
We're gonna discuss that.
Zeb said hell no.
When I cook, we're gonna discuss that next week.
To that point, in knowing that, right? That's my choice to
deal with it.
But that's my question. Are you willing to deal with it?
But it depends on what I'm looking for, right?
Right.
So I always use this analogy of a crayon box, right? You go buy a crayon box, there are popular colors, right? Then there's some unpopular colors. But in order to buy the set, you can't pick out what you want.
No, this is what I'm saying.
I got what you're saying.
Mama, let him finish.
No,
let him finish.
But I want you meet this woman.
Sure.
Y'all got sparks, meeting each other.
Sure.
Y'all conversation is everything.
Sure.
Y'all got a lot of similarities. Y'all like a lot of stuff, everything.
Yes.
But then as y'all get more into the relationship, now y'all comfortable talking about personal stuff.
Sure.
And it comes up that she tells you what has happened with her sexually, as being disrespected.
Sure.
How would you respond to that?
It would depend on where I am as a man.
But no, as a man, period, or as a man with her.
No, it depends on what I'm looking for as a man in a
Right.
relationship.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to answer it.
She ain't checked off all your boxes.
Well, she couldn't have, because if sex was on my list, she ain't checked it off. So it depends on where I am as a man.
But is that a priority?
It depends on that man in that season when he meet that person. He may be at a place and point in his life where sex is not an issue right now, right?
Mama,
And
sex
if-
is
and
an
if-
issue.
And if sex is not an issue for him at that moment, he may be able to deal with that, right? But if he comes into the relationship saying, you know what, I'm ready for pleasure, and though she didn't check all these boxes, but pleasure is not there, it may bring some hesitation to that man to say, I don't know if we can make it through this.
So that comes off as pleasure being number one.
But you said as we were dating, right? And then we got comfortable with one another. So dating could take a minute. That conversation might not have happened in that first 2 or 3 months.
I don't think it should take 2 or 3 months.
Well, I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, if it's on your
I mean,
box.
if you're comfortable with that person, if you're comfortable with that person, it shouldn't take 2 or 3 months.
I get it. But if it's on my box and that's what I'm looking for, and that's an issue, as a man, I should be able to make a conscious decision if I'm gonna move forward with this person or not.
So
now wait, maybe because we've been bonding on all these other issues.
That's what I mean.
Maybe I may say, you know what?
I can overlook it.
That's what I mean.
And I'm gonna try, but it's according to that man, right? Now let me flip the script, right? What if a woman met a man who was older, right, and he wasn't able to perform like he needs to?
Okay, so
right?
number one.
Wait. And he came to the table and said, listen, you know, got this situation going on. Got medication for it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Is a woman able to deal with that?
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna say this. Out the gate, I'm asking age.
But age don't have different.
No, you're right. It doesn't, because you can be. Okay, I'll say this. First of all, I've never dated anyone younger than me. I've never dated anybody my age, and I'm 57.
Damn.
I'm gonna punch him in his neck in a few minutes. Because we go through this every time we see each other. We like Martin and Pam. This is our relationship. Every time we see each other, we like Martin and Pam. But I'm gonna get him later. So my age comes out the box. Well, not out the box, but sometime in the first meeting, my age is there. So if I know you're older, and I know there's a possibility of that being an issue, if I'm feeling you like that, I'm willing to deal with it. Because my thing is,
Thank God. I'm just glad to know that
if you find out something up front and you're willing to deal with it, don't act a fool and act like it's a problem 4 or 5 months down the line, because you knew that from jump. You knew from the jump Ray smoked weed every day. So now when you come home from work and now you smelling weed all up and down your house, now you got a problem. You knew when you met him he smelled like weed. So don't act like it's a problem now. So my thing is, okay, I know you 65, whatever. There's a possibility. Now it's up to me. Do I want to deal with this or not? Now, what I'm not going to do, we can still be friends if I choose to. I'm not that person that be like, no, I'm not that person. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt. And if I'm feeling you like that, I'm willing to work with you. I am.
Well, we got a question over here. We got a question.
I got a question for the fellas. You had good male masculine energy, and y'all let these women come in and take
Well,
over everything.
Hold on. What was the question?
You had good masculine energy in here, and y'all let these young ladies come in and still out.
Yeah.
This is my first time in here.
Okay.
So thank y'all.
Well.
Okay. One more statement. Then we're about to
Who
wrap it
said
up.
we on that week? We ain't asked to do this. We was trying. I stood. No, I literally stood at the door when I saw.
Well, you know what?
Hey,
Hey,
Thank you everyone for participating.
yeah,
in
we
this
want to.
impromptu cigars, coffee, and conversation. And thanks to those of us who joined online.
And then also, if you guys, I don't know if I'll see y'all again, but if I do, I put my mom on this show. It's on Netflix. It's called Age of Attraction. So pretty much they're dating without knowing each other's age. They don't figure out each other's age until they decide to commit to get to know each other a little bit longer. That's when you find out the age. So it's a girl on there right now. The guy she's dating, she found out he's 60. She's 26.
Oh hell no!
But her dad told her before she went on the show, don't bring nobody home no more than 10 years older. And she fell for him. So I recommend y'all to watch it. If I see y'all again, I would definitely like to see.
Okay.
No, I put my mama on there. I told her to watch it. Oh no, to watch. Oh no, I would never put my mama on no show like that.
All right.
Oh no.
Hey, we're gonna end the show. We can continue the conversation afterwards.
Hey,
George.
Yeah, we want to thank you all for tuning in to Cigars, Coffee, and Conversation. As always, we want to thank our sponsors, Ed Frank Cigars, Vibe Coffee, and LT Mechanical. Next Saturday is the Ladies Collective, hosted by Shoshana Yarbrough. And it's an amazing event for the ladies. So please come down here at 12 o'clock or tune in. And next Wednesday, no, nothing next Wednesday.
We had to reschedule our guests for Wednesday due to a death in the family.
Okay.
So we will post something later on today.
Something will be posted. We want to thank you guys for coming out today. Ray Brad, Mike, Henry, Watchman 1, 2, Zell, our brothers over here, everybody that came out. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. And man, this is what we do. So we're going to continue off camera. Y'all should come here because it's about to get real. Y'all should come to Element Cigar Lounge, 8349 Indianapolis Boulevard here in Highland, Indiana. We'll be here all day. The games are on, right? And we are getting ready to have the Unplugged Weekend edition of Cigars, Coffee, and Conversations because we got some stuff going on. So come on down here. But for those who can't come, thank you for tuning in. And we will see you guys next week. All right, everybody, enjoy.